The Lullaby from Floor 7. My name is Anna Lynn, and I'm a vlogger who specializes in exploring abandoned places. If you followed my YouTube channel, Anna's Urban Haunts, you know I'm not the superstitious type. To me, every ghost story is just a mix of human imagination, creaky old structures, and shadows playing tricks in the dark. I make videos to debunk those myths logically. Maybe it's wind whistling through broken windows, wild animals scurrying around, or even squatters trying to scare off intruders. My channel had over 60,000 subscribers back then, mostly young folks who crave that creepy thrill, but love my scientific breakdowns at the end. I always wrap up with my signature line, "No ghosts here, just our brains filling in the gaps." That's my vibe. Real, no over-the-top drama, just facts through a skeptical lens. But that one experience, it changed me. I'm not saying I suddenly believe in spirits, but now, when I'm editing videos alone at night, I feel like someone's whispering behind me. That lullaby, soft but bone-chilling, echoes in my head. Let me tell you from the start, slowly, like I do in my videos. I'll go into detail because this isn't some quick TikTok tale. This is what happened, and maybe after reading, you'll question if reality is as straightforward as we think. It all started with a comment on my latest video. I just uploaded a clip about an old factory in upstate New York, rumored to be haunted by worker ghosts. A subscriber named Ghost Chaser NY commented, "Anna, challenge you to explore the Sunrise Heights apartments in the port outskirts of Newark. Floor 7 has dragging slipper sounds at night. Super creepy. My buddy who does security there says it's the spirits of pregnant workers from the fire." I chuckled reading it. Perfect content fodder. I don't buy into hauntings, but spots like that rack up views, especially when I can debunk the rumors rationally. I decided to dig deeper. Sitting at my laptop, I Googled and skimmed old news articles. Sunrise Heights was built about 15 years ago, meant for female garment workers immigrating from South Asia, India, Pakistan, Nepal. These women left their homelands for jobs in massive textile factories along the East Coast, crammed into tiny rooms to save every penny for families back home. They worked 12 to 14-hour shifts, sometimes more, under brutal bosses. The building had 10 floors, with floor 7 reserved for pregnant women, a makeshift maternity ward, but really just a place where they kept toiling lightly until the last month. Then the mysterious fire in 2016. Flames erupted in the dead of night, gutting most of floor 7. Over 20 died, mostly expectant mothers. Authorities investigated, ruled it electrical fault from faulty wiring, but whispers said it was arson, maybe to cover up labor scandals. After that, the whole complex was sealed and left to rot. Now it squats lonely in Newark's outskirts, between industrial zones in the bay, with distant ship horns and the salty tang of sea air mixed with factory fumes. I got excited. This would be my longest video yet, maybe 30 minutes, with a nighttime segment for extra drama. I prepped like always. That morning, I woke early, brewed black coffee no sugar, checked gear, chest-mounted GoPro, high-powered LED flashlight, EVP recorder, for ghost voices that I use to prove are echoes or wind, spare batteries, energy bars, and a multi-tool knife for practical stuff, not the paranormal. I dressed in my usual, faded jeans, black hoodie to blend into shadows, comfy sneakers for stair climbing. Before heading out, I called my best friend Mia, a freelance editor. "You're crazy, Anna? Alone at night in a derelict spot like that? What if there are creeps?" Mia fretted. I laughed. "Chill, I don't believe in ghosts and creeps. I've got my knife. Plus, the views will explode." I posted an Instagram story, exploring a haunted apartment block today. Guessing real slipper sounds? Tune in. Likes and comments flooded in, everyone buzzing with guesses. The drive took about 45 minutes from my Brooklyn apartment. The outskirts road was desolate, flanked by warehouses and shipping yards, neon signs flickering. When I arrived, late afternoon drizzle set in, air crisp, scent of damp earth blending with distant port smoke. The complex loomed like a concrete behemoth, towering high, walls gray and vine-choked with hasty graffiti. Main gate chained rusty, Sunrise Heights sign blurred under grime. I parked a block away to dodge locals' eyes, then slung my backpack and slipped through a side fence gap. Inside the courtyard, weeds overran everything, scattered with rusted bikes and crumbled concrete chunks. Eerily quiet, just wind whistling and faint bay waves. I started filming from the gate. "Hey everyone, welcome to Sunrise Heights, once home to hundreds of immigrant garment workers from South Asia. Now abandoned post a deadly fire a decade ago. Heading to floor 7, locals claim dragging slippers and lullabies at night. Let's see if it's supernatural or just hype. My voice steady, confident as ever. I took the stairs. Elevator long dead, cables dangling like severed fate threads. Floor 1 reeked of mold and stale urine. Rooms gaping open with rotting bunk beds, shattered lockers, stray items, broken comb, handwritten letter in Urdu, maybe a family note. I swept my flashlight, narrating, "See this?" Once bustling with women's chatter from far away. They came for better lives, but reality was harsh. Up to floor 2, I found a small shrine in a corner. Faded deity photos, incense stubs, prayer beads. In South Asian folklore, these women believed in restless spirits, especially of those dying in childbirth, churales in India or pretas in Nepal, distorted forms with wet hair, backward feet symbolizing a life derailed. But here in modern urban America, those tales mingled with grim labor realities, becoming whispered horrors. I didn't buy it, but shared for cultural flair. These workers brought beliefs from home, and rumors likely stem from that. But I'll prove there's nothing. Floors 3 and 4 mirrored, cracked concrete walls, shattered windows letting wind howl like moans. I paused on floor 5 for a break, munching an energy bar, checking camera batteries. Air grew heavier, old fire char scent wafting up, like memories clinging. My heart quickened a tad, but I chalked it to fatigue. Finally, floor 7 at dusk. Hallway stretched endless, doors 701 to 720 mostly ajar, inviting yet warning. Char strongest here, walls blackened from past flames. I set the EVP in the corridor middle. Now, waiting for those dragging slippers. Probably wind. Explored room 701, scorched walls, twisted metal beds. Found a small singed notebook in Nepali script. Phone translate. So tired today, belly hurts but overtime must. Baby coming soon but money for home first, God help. Shiver hit, not spooky, but sad for these invisible women, exploited to exhaustion, pregnancies ignored, victims in modern society. Continued to 702, 703. Each room echoed tragedy. Silver bangle on floor, half-burnt family photo, timesheets with crossed names. This urban ruin like physical memory, hoarding unspoken grievances. I narrated, voice lowering, guys, this isn't just haunted vibes, evidence of women's abandonment. Forced work to late pregnancy, bodies twisted by labor, dying in flames. Night fell swift. Sat in 705, snacking, reviewing daytime footage. EVP running. Around 10 p.m., faint sound, not dragging, but lullaby. Soft, distant from hall end. La la la, sleep sweet baby. Mixed with Hindi or Nepali, unsure. Gentle yet icy, like graveyard breeze. Bolted flashlight out, dashed to corridor, no one. EVP captured clear. Whoa, hear that? Maybe wind through vents or fatigue hallucination, I said to camera, trying steady voice. But hands shook. Recalled subscribers' warning, don't stay past midnight. Clock at 11. Decided to linger for content. Paced hallway, filming slow, surviving fluorescence flickering yellow against blue window shadows. Tension built like watched. Heart thumping, cold sweat despite chill. Not afraid of ghosts, but solo in desolation, anyone worries. Wind howled louder, then dragging began. Slip slap, like worn rubber soles on concrete. Camera followed sound, but only my elongated shadow. The dragging slippers. Listen close. Could be rats dragging stuff, I commented, voice wavering. To room 709. Door half open, pushed in. Pitch black, acrid strongest. Flashlight swept, charred crib corner, wall hung timesheet full of overtime marks. Cracked mirror opposite, reflecting my distorted form under strobing light. This room, likely fire origin. Makeshift birth ward for pregnant women, I whispered to camera, voice quivering. Suddenly, floor footprints. Not normal, backward. Clear imprints, but big toe rear, like walking reverse. Led from door to cracked mirror, bent to examine, heart drumming. See this? Odd prints. Maybe prank or reverse shoe marks to scare. Voice trailed. Stood, back to mirror filming prints clearer. Then in camera screen, mirror reflection showed, behind me a figure. Woman with dripping wet hair, old white dress rumpled, face kind, eyes sorrowful. But her floor shadow, waist cut, no lower half. Heart froze. What the hell? Whispered, spun around. Empty. But lullaby echoed nearer from mirror. Sleep, my child, so tired. Soft but freezing. Door slammed shut, locked, yanked futile, dragging now right behind. Slip slap nearing. Turned slow, there she was, room 709 ghost. Feet reversed, advancing backward yet forward. Face gentle but eyes hollow, voice sister, help lull my baby, I'm so exhausted. Screamed terror, kicked door open luckily. Bolted downstairs, tumbling jitsu, knee bleeding, no stop. Dragging pursued, lullaby echoing steps. Out courtyard, collapsed gasping. Hairy young guard stood waiting. Told you, miss, he said warily, offering water. You met her, huh? I stammered tale. He nodded, sat on concrete block. I'm Harry Young, temp security here 3 years. Owners pay to watch thieves, but everyone knows it's unclean. Floor 7. Worst tragedy. Immigrant mom's pregnant, but factories no breaks. Work till end, drained. Fire, unclear, maybe wiring, but rumors arson to hide. Her, Priya from Nepal, died birthing amid flames in 709. Spirit not evil, just wronged. Folklore home says childbirth death spirits backward feet, wet hair, harm not random. But it intrude birth room post-midnight. She drains energy like drained alive. He added on diary. Found notebook under crib in 709 hidden. Details grievances. Overtime despite pains, no maternity leave, abandoned feel in foreign land. Those spirits not malice born, just unheard cries. Drove home trembling through rain. Home, hot shower to banish chill, sat editing. But footage review, every scene laced with lullaby, subtle, clear. Even later videos elsewhere filmed, faint in background. Checked gear, software, no glitch. Brought something from floor 7 or stress illusion. Still vlog, still skeptic, but avoid solo night shoots. Reality? Maybe not simple. If my videos have that lullaby, turn off. Don't doubt alone past midnight. And never trespass spaces holding grievances. Some spirits just want listening, not forgetting.